Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Wild Sparrow and welcome back to GFW. We are 2 episodes away from Against All Odds, and on Explosion this week we had MJ Jenkins defeat Candice LeRae, Reno Scum defeat Veterans of War, Dark Pentagon joining LAX. We had a recap of that, just so people remember that he is now with LAX, and Grado defeated Pagano. So we will be booking Impact this episode. We'll be taking a bit to book that because again I'm using pre-made notes that I've written down a long time ago, so I'll have to remind myself where I'm going with this. So I don't have to do that. I don't have to remind myself where I'm going with previous angles. So I'll be booking that, and I'll see you when it is booked. We're back with Impact. Welcome back. A lot of storyline progression here. Not a whole lot of segments because I didn't want to fill it up too much time, because then I'd have to pay a whole lot of people that I didn't want to pay. So yeah, we're gonna start the show and hopefully everything goes well, so because next week's the home show for Against All Odds. So let's get right into it. Lashley wants to undo the last chance stipulation he agreed to and signed to last week. Sting says he can't. The contract is signed, the ink is dry, it's gonna happen at Against All Odds. Lashley just has to win. Sting wishes he could do something. Ethan tried to warn him, but you know, it is what it is. Lashley just a little bit too late. So then a decent match. Moose Mellon keeps running Austin Aries' gauntlet. As you remember, Austin Aries told Moose, you can only have one more shot at this championship, and you can only get it if you win 3 matches in a row. Last week he beat Chris Adonis. This week he beat Jake Hager. We'll see who he beats next week, or if he even beats him. He might not even beat him. So next we have Rosemary cutting a promo saying that at Against All Odds she wants the Dollhouse to pick their best member. He wants the Dollhouse to just, think long and hard about who their best is, because she wants to face whoever the best in the Dollhouse is, and expects an answer by next week. Then at about it had superb wrestling and good heat. Johnny Impact defeated Kota Ibushi by pinfall with a Starship Pain, advancing the High Impact vs Golden Lover storyline. Then, if you remember last week, the Broken challenged LAX, namely Ortiz and Santana, and Conan this week saying, okay, we accept. So at Against All Odds we will have Against All Odds, there we go. Book match 2v2 teams. The Broken versus LAX. Right, so now we have that. And in the next segment we have Petey Williams and Kushida team up to take on El Tejano and El Hijo del Fantasma. El Hijo del Fantasma ends up beating Petey Williams with a thrill of the kill. This advances the Pentagon vs Kushida storyline. Then in the main event, Lashley and Ethan Carter III. Lashley was gonna get cornered by the 3 men of LAX. I must have forgotten that. The 3 men of LAX. And Ethan Carter III came out to make the save. Didn't really even the numbers out, but they ended up getting the win over on Ortiz with the 1%er. And after the match, we had Ethan Carter III and Lashley stare at each other, with Lashley eventually nodding, and both men clearly showing mutual respect right here. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. And we end the show with some RESPECT. The show increased our popularity in 32 regions, which is great. Our 71 rating could have been better, but it is what it is. We're gearing up for Against All Odds. It looks like Lashley and Ethan Carter III are becoming friendos. That's also nice. So we have Lashley versus Ethan Carter III, the tag team match, the tag team title match, and Pentagon versus Kushida as well. That's going to be happening, I believe. Though I'm not sure if it will. Anyway, we're going to look at our emails. Where was y'all at when I was in the emails? Kushida is feeling the effects of a grueling recent schedule, as is El Hijo del Fantasma. We have a TV rating of 54 for Impact Wrestling, zero point 0.01 for Explosion, but you know, it is what it is, either way. Alright, so, our money's looking up, isn't it? Where does most of my money come from? Is it TV revenue? It is TV revenue. So that's where the money's coming from. Alright. Alright. Why did I get less TV revenue in December? Did I get less viewers or something? A lot of money from our sponsors, which is always great. Our miscellanea is also going up. Our miscellanea went down like a crazy amount in January. That's weird. Tax 164. This is probably like the year's end tax, because that it's way well. Actually, this one is a different one. December was a weird month. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. December was a weird month. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of GFW. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in whatever I upload next.